Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
To your 2000 Class 2A state champion, Westview.
Trophy being presented. A very proud group of Westview Warriors.
Charlie to Josh Osteller. For three, and he hits. Kent crosses the timeline, drives it toward the bucket. Easy shot underneath. Hales with it way out front. He'll drive it. He'll put it up from 15. Got it! And the Warriors win! Westview wins it!
Westview Warrior Basketball is streaming live at laguanamedia.com. Today's game is brought to you by the following gold sponsors: Tiffany's Restaurant and Laguana. Silver sponsors are Rieksecker Marketplace, Fruit May Funeral Home, Height Auto Body, Shipshe Auto Service, Topeka Do It Best Hardware, Topeka Pharmacy, Big C Lumber, Weaver Furniture, Jerry's Standard, Yoder Popcorn, The Brethren Retreat, The Hometown Treasure, Yoder Insurance, Quality Floor, Fast Lane Subway, Frontline Auto Tech, Yoder's Shipshewana Hardware, Troyer's Saddlery, and Emma Warehouse. Our individual sponsors are Tim and Donna Height, Jim and Liz Stump, Dan and Dawn Byler, John and Leslie Cook, and Roger and Esther Wenger. And now, out to the game!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to exciting Westview Warrior basketball. Tonight we're at Prairie Heights High School, where it'll be the Prairie Heights Panthers hosting our Westview Warriors. Both teams coming off big wins last night. The Warriors over at Goshen by a score of 45-30 over the Goshen Redhawks. And Prairie Heights surprised Lakeland last night right here at Prairie Heights as they defeated the Lakers by a score of 73-69. So a very big win for Lakeland, or for Prairie Heights. They are 7-12 now, 4-5 in the Northeast Corner Conference under their head coach, Greg Holmes, who is in his 4th year at the helm of the Prairie Heights Panthers. The Warriors come in at 20-1, 20 victories on the season. They are 8-1 in the Northeast Corner Conference. And of course, their lone loss on the year came at the hands of the Fairfield Falcons in their gym. So it's Westview and Prairie Heights tonight. And we'll take a short break here, 30-second break. And Dan will be back to wrap up that JV contest tonight, which went double overtime. Back in 60 seconds.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
There's a place in the heart of Shipshewana, Indiana that's full of simple beauty, simple craftsmanship, simple tastes, and simple hospitality. So when you're simply looking for a place to relax and enjoy, remember the place in Shipshewana, Indiana that's simply for good times. For more information, visit us online at bluegaterestaurant.com.
Back at Prairie Heights High School, both teams out here warming up, getting ready for tonight's contest a little earlier than usual. They had a triple header going tonight. They started at 4 o'clock with the C teams playing. Westview won that game. I did not get a score. I did find out that they did win, but and then that was followed by the junior varsity contest, and they kicked off, I think, about 4:40. No, about 5:30, I think. When we got here to set up, we were a little surprised to see them playing already. It was when we came in, Westview was up 11-4 at the end of the first quarter, but didn't do much in the second quarter. And by the start of the third quarter, Prairie Heights hit a bucket to tie it up, 13-13 at that point. From there, through the end of the first overtime, we had 7 lead changes and 6 ties. So it really was back and forth battle pretty much the whole second half. And Westview came back twice to tie it up. And then we actually had 3 chances to hit a 3 in the waning seconds of the second overtime. Could not get any of them to go down and ended up losing by 3. The final score 44-47. Led tonight by Blake Egley's 16 points. He had 4 3-pointers. So we were just talking about that during the game. He got shut out last night versus Goshen. Didn't score at all. And then tonight, he was our leading scorer. So it's nice to see that. 8 points tonight for Ben Burkett. 7 points for Drew Litweiler, who ended up fouling out in the second overtime. And 5 points for Lyndon Miller. And then 2 points apiece for Jordan Schrock, Tim Brandenberger, and Luke Miller.
So a double overtime disappointing loss for the JV tonight. But they'll have a chance to get back on the winning side next Tuesday over at Fairfield, or at Fremont. One of those F teams.
F teams in our conference.
Yes, in our conference, in the Northeast Corner Conference. Well, I think the first thing we want to talk about tonight in the before this varsity game is the status of Nick Rensberger, who went down, had to be helped off the court last night over at Goshen. And I did get a chance to talk to him before tonight's game. And fortunately, Dan, it doesn't sound like it's a real serious injury. He said it could be like a deep bruise type thing. And
well,
but the X-rays did not show any breaks.
I had gone back to look at it afterwards, and I mean, it doesn't look like he was hit or anything. Maybe just came down funny. He had scored underneath, and when he came down, he immediately started hobbling, and he was backpedaling for the other end of the floor and then fell. So, and I had not seen that part. Usually I'm looking down right after a score because
right,
I'm doing
me
stats.
too.
But Yeah, it was we just weren't sure what had happened. And it also, interestingly, we tried to figure out what had happened with that whatever
the water bottle,
the water or whatever that got thrown out on the floor. But unfortunately, our camera angle was such that you cannot see it actually happen. So,
for the guilty party, I'm sure that'll make them happy.
Yeah,
there wasn't any proof there. So, Westview back out on the court, getting in their pregame warm-ups. Prairie Heights has returned to their locker room, and we're getting set for varsity basketball action. We'll take a 30-second break this time. We'll be back right after this.
Do you fret about potential health hazards in your home? Is something eating away at your walls? Stop fretting and do something about it by calling Gold Key Home Inspections. We are a full-service company trained to identify wood-destroying insects, perform mold testing, evaluate the home for radon gas, and do more detailed inspections such as sewer line and thermal imaging. Don't lay awake at night wondering. Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment and leave the worrying to us.
Jerry Hosteller with Dan Byler back with you at Prairie Heights High School, where we're getting set for varsity action tonight. And we're sorry we can't bring it to you via live video, but we're glad you could join us for this audio-only broadcast tonight. Once again, we were blacked out as far as the video is concerned due to the fact that they're trying to get as many people in these seats as possible here at Prairie Heights. And a pretty good contingent of fans.
Actually, I'm just now looking. It almost looks like maybe we have about as many fans here as they do. So
yeah,
we're broadcasting from the stage, so have a different vantage point than from most places we broadcast from. It is interesting, though, sitting right down here, you can hear the guys talking, and you see them pushing and shoving, and
exactly.
and
that was
see how physical it actually is underneath there.
Yeah, it was interesting watching the JV and hearing everything from this from up here.
So, Jerry, you had mentioned earlier that in your intro about the fact that Prairie Heights pulled off a surprising win last night over Lakeland. Lakeland's having a really good year after a number of not so good years, and I was really surprised. I think you're the one that texted me and said, yeah, Prairie Heights won last night against Lakeland, and so I looked in the paper, and sure enough, and it appears that early on it was all Lakeland. They hit 7 of 10 three-pointers, I believe, in the first half. So they're shooting 70% from three-point range, and then in the second half, the threes didn't go down. I think they hit one more. I think Cameron Bontrager had 41 points for Lakeland, and it was not enough to secure the win for them last night. So
what a performance.
I'm guessing Prairie Heights is riding on a bit of a high and thinking they'd just rather like the idea of knocking off both other LaGrange County teams tonight in one weekend. But
well, let's hope that last night's game took all their energy out of them. I don't know.
Yeah,
that win last night. Lakeland is 13-8 overall. They are having a fine season. In fact, they were battling Angola for that second spot, I guess you'd say, in the Northeast Corner Conference. Fairfield and Lakeland, or Fairfield and Westview, are tied for the top spot at 8-1. And Angola and Lakeland, Angola's ahead of Lakeland now 7-2, and Lakeland is 6-3.
Well, actually, and so is Eastside.
Yeah. Central Mobile.
Oh, yep. Eastside's 5-5.
Right. And we're getting the pregame announcements right now, and then we'll have our national anthem. And then we'll have the introduction of the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. So that'll be coming up very shortly here. Good to have you along for this broadcast from Prairie Heights, and now our national anthem. I mentioned last night the tournament draw, the sectional draw, will be made tomorrow for the boys, so that'll be interesting to see how that turns out for the Warriors. Of course, Prairie Heights feeds into our sectional as well. They're a part of that, and it will be once again hosted by Westview this year. I hope that keeps going like that. That's kind of nice.
That would be nice. I mean, we're somewhat centrally located with Prairie Heights and Central Noble out east of us, I guess, and then, of course, Freeman and LaVille west of us, and who am I missing? Whitco.
Yes.
They're south of us.
They're the furthest away, obviously. So the Warriors are going to go with their same starting lineup, except, of course, for Nick Rensberger. It'll be Charlie Yoder, Kenton Weaver, Elijah Hales, Sam Sharp, and Josh Hostetler will take Nick Rensberger's place in the starting lineup. Nick did come in on crutches tonight, by the way. But in talking to him, he thinks he's going to probably have the next 2 games off, and hopefully he'll be ready to go by the Concord game and, of course, the sectional as well. Garrett Kohler will start at one guard for Prairie Heights. He's a 5'10 junior, averaging 10.9 points per game. Also starting for Prairie Heights is Mike Perkins, their leading scorer, 6'1 sophomore, averaging 16.3 points per game. Also in the starting lineup, Cole Harms, a 6'3 senior, averaging 8 points a game. And rounding out their starting lineup tonight is number 11, and that is Tanner Walter, a 6'1 senior, and he averages 5.3 points per game. So once again, it'll be Elijah Hales jumping up. He'll go against the 6'4 sophomore Elijah Malone. And I think I missed Malone when I was giving the starting lineups. Big guy.
They're both listed at 6'4", but I'd say Malone's got Elijah by an inch or two.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Tip is controlled by Prairie Heights. With the ball out front is Perkins. He'll bounce pass it inside to Harms. Harms drives toward the hole, loses it off his hand, but the referee said it was touched by one of the Warrior players, so it'll be Prairie Heights retaining possession of the basketball. They'll inbound underneath their own bucket off to the left. Inbound pass comes to Kohler. He tries to drive the baseline, and now he'll force a shot up from the baseline and hits. So Prairie Heights on the board first here tonight. 2-zip, 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Josh Hostetler, he'll get it to Kenton Weaver out front, then Sharp left side. Now to Hales, top of the circle. His 3-pointer's off the mark, but Charlie Yoder chases it down in the corner right side. Fakes the shot after picking up the dribble, gives off to Sharp. Now out front, it'll come to Weaver. Hales left side with it, and we have a foul on Garrett Kohler underneath for Prairie Heights.
That'll be his first, team's first. Prairie Heights playing straight man-to-man here.
Non-shooting foul. Yeah, the Warriors were playing mostly against a zone last night against Goshen. Charlie Yoder drives it toward the hole. He'll put it up and miss it off the back of the iron. And the rebound's pulled down by Harms. He'll get it to Perkins. Perkins, their leading scorer, 6'1 sophomore. Dishes it off to Walter. Walter back to Perkins and back to Walter. He's on the wing left side. Bounce pass underneath to Harms. Fakes the shot, goes underneath, and still has the ball. Might have been in there longer than 3 seconds. Now a 3-pointer from the corner left side by Walter is good. So the Panthers off to a quick 5-0 lead. Hopefully they don't pick up where they left off last night against Lakeland. Josh, a turnaround jumper, won't go underneath, and the rebound comes down to Walter. Lead pass ahead comes to Kohler. Kohler tries to drive on Kenton Weaver, then bounce passes it right side to Perkins. He drives, puts it up off the glass, and good. Very rarely does Coach Rob Yoder call an early timeout, but if things continue, I'm sure we'll see it. Hales underneath, and finally the Warriors are on the board.
Well, we've gotten 3 shots. That was our 4th shot. We just didn't get any of them to drop.
7-2, Prairie Heights with the ball and leading by 5. 5:42 to go in the first quarter. Lob comes in low to Malone. Now he'll get it to Harms, and Harms hits.
We've had 4 different players score. The only one that hasn't is Malone for Prairie Heights.
Have they missed yet?
No, they have not.
I didn't think so. Yoder with a 3 off the back of the rim. Long rebound is pulled down by Kohler, and he'll bring it up himself. He crosses the timeline, picks up his dribble, bounce passes it right side to Perkins. Perkins gets a pick from Harms, then gets another pick, and gives it off to Walter. Walter lobs it in, and it goes out of bounds. I think it was intended for Malone, but it went over his head.
He thought somebody is high enough over him. He thought it's for somebody else, I think. So yeah, we've made 1 of 5 attempts, and Prairie Heights is 4 of 4.
Wow. 9-2. Prairie Heights by 7. 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Hales out front to Weaver. They'll swing it around to Sharp now in the corner to Josh. He'll get it down low on the baseline to Charlie, and he pulls it back out on the wing left side. Now to Kenton Weaver right side. To Sam Sharp high on the wing to Charlie Yoder. He hits Hales underneath, and he'll put it up. Can't get it to fall, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the charity stripe shooting 2.
It's going to be called on Mike Perkins. That'll be his first, team second. And the first for either team to get to the charity stripe.
Hales, an 82% free throw shooter. Coming off a 6-point performance last night at Goshen, and he hits his first free throw.
He's halfway there already. Halfway to 6.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course, that was well below his average.
Hales with all the Warriors' points up to this point. And he hits a boat. 9-4 now. Prairie Heights with a 5-point lead. Mike Perkins across the time stripe. Fakes right, then goes left with it on the pass to Kohler. Kohler takes it all the way down into the corner. And we have a foul. Oh, no, he dribbled out of bounds. So a break for the Warriors. Chance to chew into that lead a little bit more.
Turnovers both last 2 possessions for Prairie Heights. They still haven't missed a shot, but they haven't scored every time at least.
Josh gets it down low to Hales, right side, then out front it'll come to Weaver. He penetrates and then gives off right. It'll eventually end up in Yoder's hand. Back to Weaver now. Up high it comes to Sam Sharp, now to Charlie Yoder. He drives it down on the left side. Fall away jumper is no good. And the rebound pulled down by Cole Harms of Prairie Heights. 3:50 to go now in the first quarter. 9-4, Prairie Heights. With the ball is Kohler. He'll get it inside to Malone, and his soft jump shot is good.
So at this point, each of their starters has taken 1 shot, and they've all made it.
I can't imagine they can
keep doing that.
Yeah, 100% for the entire game. Josh Ostetler drives, gives it off to Yoder. He'll take it down to the baseline and pulls it back out high on the wing left side. He'll put it over to Sam Sharp. Now inside it'll come to Charlie, and he's fouled. No, travels.
He's trying to make something happen inside there. Dennis Wingard comes in for Kenton Weaver. And coming in for Prairie Heights is Ethan Hoover, comes in for Harms. So definitely giving up a little size there.
Hoover, a 5'10 sophomore. Yeah, Harms is 6'3". Hoover averages 3.9 points off the bench. Ethan Hoover with the basketball at the free throw line. He gives back out to Malone out front. He'll get it to Kohler, drives the baseline, feeds underneath. Perkins is wide open and he lays it in.
And they're still shooting 100%.
Hales quickly back the other way, can't get it to drop. Boy, our shots just aren't falling. That was like a quick hitter for Hales, but he couldn't get it to fall. Too much spin. Perkins now with it. He drives it into the paint, and he travels. He got off balance in there. He's looking for someone to pass to, and he couldn't find it. And by that time, he had taken an extra step.
Kenton Weaver right back in. Sam Sharp gets a break.
2:33 now to go in the first quarter. Westview down 13-4. Hales goes to Charlie Yoder for a long 3, and he hits.
They had just switched to a 2-3 zone, and Charlie made him pay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he's just trying to keep us off balance, but Their man-to-man was working pretty well. That's okay. Pass underneath comes to Malone, and we have a whistle, and a jump ball's called. So it'll be a held ball, and the alternating possession will give the ball to Westview.
It's one of those cases where it's a good thing they don't do the actual jump anymore, because Kenton Weaver might have had trouble out jumping Malone.
A little bit of size difference there. Dennis Wingard with it out front. He'll get it inside to Hales. Hales looking for a pass. Now he'll make the move on Perkins, and his shot is no good. Rebound comes off to Hoover. Hoover outlets it to Perkins, and Perkins brings it up. He'll go right side with it to Culler. Culler back out front now. It'll come to Hoover. Hoover takes it down to the baseline right side and then hands off to Culler. Culler takes it way into the corner.
That could have been double dribble, but...
Yeah, it looked like you put two hands on it at the same time. Hoover driving. Picks it up, goes into the corner. Malone will take a three from there, misses. And Dennis Wingard with a rebound. Warriors in transition. And a shot is up and good by Hostetler. Josh with his first two. And now we only have a 4-point ball game, 13-9, as the Warriors are battling their way back. 65 seconds to go in the first quarter. Inside, Malone, turnaround jumper is no good, and another traveling call.
Well, that's going to keep their shooting percentage up if they just travel every time. They've had 4 turnovers now here in the first quarter. Coming into the lineup, Colton Taylor for the Panthers.
Tanner Walter will take a break. Driving the baseline is Charlie Yoder again. He'll get it to Kenton Weaver right side. Now to Dennis Wingard. His long shot is no good. And over the back was Charlie Yoder going for that rebound, and he'll be whistled for his first foul.
And that'll be the first on Westview.
Ethan Hoover will inbound right in front of us. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. Perkins with the basketball. Prairie Heights might be content here to just take the last shot of the period. With the ball now is Taylor. Taylor trying to drive on Josh. Gives off to Hoover. Hoover hits Perkins underneath, and he'll put it up and in.
That's his third bucket. They've all been layups, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. Same spot for each one of them on the right side. Ball stolen away from Charlie Yoder by Perkins, and then tapped away by Kenton Weaver. Picked up by Charlie, but we have a timeout called.
See, I just don't like that at all. When they call a timeout as we stole the ball.
Well, I think Coach Yoder agrees with you, as he's really arguing, because it looked like we had possession of the ball. Westview had possession, and
I mean, they certainly did not have possession solely. They do that so often when, I mean, if they anywhere close to having possession, they let them call a timeout. But in that case, we had a hold of the ball.
It's a 30-second timeout, and we're going to keep it right here. 9.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we got a little bit of an early start tonight. They started the C-team game a little bit earlier than normal. That started at 4, and then JV followed that game around 5:15 or so. So we're already almost through the first period. Prairie Heights inbounding. Hoover gets it, and he'll toss it all the way out front to Perkins. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Perkins drives the lane, throws it up toward the basket, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Westview basketball.
Well, that's only their second miss of the quarter.
We only have 0.7 seconds to get a shot off, so it's going to be a baseball pass by Kenton Weaver right down to Josh. He'll put it up. He had the shot. A little bit short.
Yeah, he definitely rushed it trying to get it off in time.
So we played 8 minutes here from Prairie Heights, and our score, Prairie Heights 15 and Westview 9. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Height Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years. Home improvement supplies for your home, RV, or manufactured home don't have to cost an arm and a leg. Here's a secret the big box stores don't want you to know. Emma Warehouse has the products you need at below retail prices, including windows, doors, trim, furnaces, flooring, hardware, paint, and more. Emma Warehouse is located 6 miles west of LaGrange in downtown Emma. Call 260-593-2769 for more information.
Prairie Heights inbounding to begin the second quarter of play and leading 15-9 over Westview. With the ball is Kohler. He'll get it outside as Harms has come back into the ball game, and he travels.
That'll be the 5th turnover on Prairie Heights. At Westview for 2.
Kenton Weaver will inbound underneath the Prairie Heights basket, gets it into Hales, and Hales crosses the timeline. He goes right side on the pass to Dennis Wingard. Out front now to come to Weaver, right back to Hales. The Warriors start with Dennis Wingard, Kenton Weaver, Charlie Yoder, who gets that inside pass, and he's fouled as the ball was passed inside to him.
It's going to be called on Ethan Hoover, his first, team's 3rd on Prairie Heights. And we got Tanner Walter checking back in, coming in for color.
Josh Hostetler also in the lineup for the Warriors to begin this second quarter. Inbound pass comes to Hales. Out front, he'll go right side with it to Weaver. Weaver pulls it back up between the circles. Now right side will come to Hales. Hales to Josh Hostetler. Now to Yoder, right side on the wing to Kenton Weaver. They work it around that zone.
Yeah, when they first came down here, last time down, it was a man-to-man.
Stolen away, Taylor tries to get it inside, deflected into the hands of Hales. Yeah, they keep switching it, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Hales fakes, backs it out, goes right side to Weaver in the corner to Josh, right back to Weaver, high right side. Now left side will come to Dennis Wingard. 6:44 to go in the first half. Westview down 15-9.
Back in a man now.
Hales drives it toward the hole, and we have an offensive foul that's going to be called on Hales as he led with his elbow.
That's going to be his first. Second on Westview. It'd be the 4th turnover for Westview now for the game as well.
Well, we saw the Prairie Heights defense on display in that JV game, and their varsity's playing pretty much the same way. Tough, tenacious defense. Taylor with it. He'll go out front to Hoover. Hoover with Kenton Weaver on him, picks it up right above the circle. Now to Perkins. Perkins with Hales guarding him, goes left side on the pass to Walter. Walter inside to Harms. He'll put it up off the glass too hard. Tipped around and out of bounds. Last touch by Prairie Heights. It'll be Westview basketball. Kenton Weaver will inbound underneath the Prairie Heights basket, all the way to the right, almost the corner. And he'll get it into Hales. 6 minutes now to go in the half. Hales out front. Bounce pass to Josh, high left wing. Yeah, left wing. Now to Charlie Yoder. Back to Josh. He'll hand it off to Charlie. Now they get it over to Weaver. Inside. Hales has it blocked from behind and out of bounds. Harms. Actually, I think it was Hoover that blocked the shot, but goes off of Harms and out of bounds. Inbounds pass from Hales to Kenton Weaver. They'll get it to Dennis Wingard. Here's shot from the corner. Right, left side is good.
11-15. Westview still down 4.
5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Bounce pass comes to Perkins. Perkins bounce passes it low to Harms. Harms tries to put it up, has it stripped out of his hands, and it's going to be another foul on Charlie.
Oh my, and he's saying that's a shooting foul?
Yeah, he wasn't going up for the shot. He just had it stripped away.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Okay. So Charlie gets called for a second shot. And the official scorekeeper or timekeeper wants to have a conversation. I want to make sure they knew who the foul was on, I guess. So Charlie, second foul, 5:16 to go here in the first half.
Well, they have wingers.
Oh. Okay. Well, I like that better.
Yeah. Harms hits his free throw.
So that means nobody has more than one foul. That's why I like it better.
Yeah.
When we only missing Nick already. Don't really want anybody in foul trouble.
Bachelor's getting set to come in. Harms' second free throw is off the mark, no good. 16-11 now, Westview trailing, and they have the basketball. Charlie Yoder driving, gives it off to Kenton Weaver, now to Dennis Wingard. Wingard has it deflected, but Charlie Yoder's able to get the pass. He's double teamed, and we have a whistle, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Harms.
So that'll be his fourth on the Panthers.
Lane Batchelor comes in. He played JV, I believe. Looks familiar. Charlie Yoder will take the shot from the left side. No good. Saved by Hales from going out of bounds. Charlie will take another one, and this time he hits a three.
We'll take that one instead.
Timeout called by Rob Yoder with 4:44 to go in the first half. Westview trailing by 2, 16-14. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in Topeka is your authorized Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer. Topeka Do-It-Best has been selling appliances and providing service to the Topeka area for over 40 years. See JJ for your appliance parts. If they're not in stock, no problem. Topeka Do-It-Best will have them the next business day. Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware provides in-store repairs, and they make house calls. If it's worth doing, do it best. Call 593-2973.
And we're back and ready to resume action after the timeout called by Westview. Prairie Heights will inbound it right down here in front of us on the stage here at Prairie Heights. Colton Taylor looking to inbound. He'll get it into Mike Perkins. Perkins walks it across, well, doesn't quite get to the timeline, and then passes it across to Batchelor, right back to Perkins out front. Now left side, it'll go to Taylor in the corner, stripped away, and it goes off the hands of Josh Hostetler. It'll be Prairie Heights.
It looked like it was a strategy of quickly double teaming whoever has the ball.
Yeah, they're trying to trap. We're trying to trap.
Right.
Perkins with it, out front. Josh on him, but he got him with the body.
That'll be his fourth on Westview now for the half.
We're kind of giving them a dose of their medicine that they've been dishing out to us. That tight defense. Ball knocked away from Harms, stolen. Josh Hostetler to Yoder. He'll put it up. We're tied. Charlie now with 8. 2 threes and a regular field goal. All tied up at 16. And it's stolen away. Yoder again puts it in.
Elijah got that one that time and threw it down the floor for Charlie.
Kohler couldn't get it across the timeline, had it stolen away.
Oh, that's an over and back. Yeah.
Kohler was in the air as he received the pass and took it into the front court. But that is an over and back, and now
Coach Holmes wants to talk about it.
Yep. Quick turnaround here as the Warriors are up now 18-16 with 3:50 to go in the first half. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Have you ever wanted to express how you feel about someone but just can't find the words? A beautiful bouquet of fresh flowers is a great way to do it. At Dutch Blessing Floral, our team assembles custom floral arrangements every day. No matter the occasion, let us help you express yourself. Dutch Blessing Floral, your local floral experts for over 20 years.
Three minutes, 50 seconds to go in a half. 18-16, Westview has taken the lead. Yeah, our guys got an opportunity to sit down on that.
Yeah.
30-second timeout.
Yeah, I think they thought it was a minute. So 3 turnovers in a row. 2 of them led to quick buckets for Westview.
Chance for the Warriors to go up by 4, maybe more. 3:40 to go.
I say, are we just going to stand out there again?
Hales with it out front. I keep forgetting we're not doing video. Hales out front with it. Yeah, and it looked like we were just going to stall. Now we're moving a little bit. Backdoor's fast to Weaver, and he lays it in. Good job by Hales and Dennis Wingard. And Weaver finishing it off. We're picking them up half court, trying to trap, and we're doing an excellent job. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Getting them a little rattled.
Yes, we are. Taylor will inbound right in front of Coach Hales.
Hoover comes back in, Bachelor's out.
Long shot from the corners, an air ball. Harms looked like he could have gotten called for over the back or a travel then after. Perkins has it. He'll take it in, put it up off the glass and good.
Yeah, it knocked loose a couple times. Somehow retained possession.
Charlie will put up a quick 3, and it hits the top of the, it hits the rim and then bounces up and hits the top of the glass. So it'll be a turnover on Westview. Prairie Heights will get it underneath the Westview basket. So Walter comes back in, and Taylor comes out for Prairie Heights. Inbounding will be Hoover. He bounce passes it into Perkins. Perkins cross courts it over to Kohler. Right back to Perkins. And now on the pass to Kohler, they cross the timeline, and we have a push called on Wingard.
That's his second. 5 on Westview now for the half. 2:44 to go in the half.
2018 Westview. Walter inbounding, he'll get it into Perkins. Perkins goes left side to Kohler. Kohler takes it down the baseline and pulls up. Good defense by Dennis Wingard. He'll give it to Hoover. Hoover drives it, double team, gives to Harms, or rather Malone. Driving is Hoover. Gives it to Perkins, then right side goes through the hands. Bad pass. Kohler couldn't handle it, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Westview ball on the turnover.
Kohler was coming at him, and Perkins fired it at him, not expecting him to be that close, I think. So
that's right.
6 turnovers for the quarter for Prairie Heights.
Once again, the Warriors a chance to extend their lead. Charlie Yoder out front with it. Gets it to Hales, now to Kenton Weaver, left side. Pull it back out front, top of the circle will come to Yoder. Right side to Weaver, back to Yoder. Yoder at the free throw line, dishes it off to Hostetler, now Wingard. Now it'll come down low on a pass to Josh Hostetler, goes off his hands and out of bounds. It'll be Prairie Heights ball as the ball comes up on the stage here. And it's retrieved by Ethan Hoover of Prairie Heights, and he'll be inbounding.
Josh was just temporarily open there, but then by the time the pass got there, he had a little company.
Close ball game all the way, 20-18. Although in the early going, Prairie Heights had built a, what, about a 7-point lead. Perkins with it against Hales, right side. In the corner now to go to Kohler. Kohler tries to lob it inside to Malone, and we have a whistle and a foul underneath, and it's going to go against Malone on a push-off.
Yeah, Josh had intercepted the pass, and then Malone was trying to get it back. So Malone gets called for his first 5 on Prairie Heights now as well.
Westview inbounding underneath the Prairie Heights basket with 1:28 to go in the first half.
Cameron Peenick just checked in for Prairie Heights.
Hales bounce passes it to Josh Hostetler, right back to Hales. Hales goes right side in the corner with it. Now high on the wing to Josh. Good backdoor pass to Dennis. Can't get the shot off, but he'll give it to Hales, and it's in and out. Halfway down and came out. Rebound is pulled down by Hoover. He'll take it all the way down, give it to Perkins. Perkins drives the baseline left side. Reverse layup is up. No good, in and out. Good shot, but it wouldn't fall. And now we have a whistle, and it's a foul against Prairie Heights after the rebound. So Cameron Peenick picks up his first foul. He also saw JV time tonight.
Yeah, it looks like he plays a lot of guys here in the varsity.
Got a lot on the roster, and yeah, we've seen a lot already tonight. Kenton Weaver with it now with 40 seconds to go in the first half. Westview spreading it out as they'll try to go for the last shot of this period. Hales with Perkins on him. Drives it, then shoots it right back out to Charlie Yoder out front in the corner left side. He'll give off out front to Weaver on the opposite side. Then he'll hand it off to Hales in the center circle. 15 seconds now to go in the half. Westview by 2, 20-18. Hales fakes now, put the shot up with about 5 seconds to go. No good, but Josh Hosettler there for the offensive board to Yoder, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. It'll be a 2-shot foul coming from Charlie Yoder. Another foul on Elia Malone.
That'll be his second. He's the first Panther to have 2 fouls. 7th team foul. Charlie's first trip to the line tonight.
He has 10. And now 11 as he knocks down the free throw. He'll get one more.
With 1.3 seconds, I'm going to make sure we don't foul here.
Second shot up and good by Charlie. Long shot at the buzzer is going to be well off the mark. No good. And the half has ended here at Prairie Heights High School with the Warriors going to the locker room with a 4-point advantage. 22-18 over Prairie Heights. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, and Dan will be back with the stats and scoring of the first half right after this.
There's a place in the heart of Shipshewana, Indiana that's full of simple beauty, simple craftsmanship, simple tastes, and simple hospitality. So when you're simply looking for a place to relax and enjoy, remember the place in Shipshewana, Indiana that's simply for good times. For more information, visit us online at BlueGateRestaurant.com.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is capable of performing a wide variety of common home maintenance and remodeling services. We can help you with everything from garbage disposal installation to fixing a leaky faucet. We work in the kitchen, the bathroom, the attic, the garage, and anywhere else that might need attention. With help from Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, you know that you'll be receiving quality work from a fully trained, licensed, and insured professional. Call us today at 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
Have you ever been unpleasantly surprised by a purchase and wish you had done more investigation before buying? Gold Key Home Inspections is here to help give you peace of mind about one of your largest investments, your home. Our inspectors are trained to expertly evaluate all aspects of your potential home and give you information to use in making an informed decision. Don't gamble on your future. Give Gold Key Home Inspections a call today to set up your appointment.
Back at Prairie Heights High School, both teams in their locker rooms talking things over at halftime. Westview with a slight lead, 22-18. They were down by 6 at the end of the first quarter and then outscored Prairie Heights 13-3 in the second quarter to take that 4-point lead into the locker room at halftime. The Panthers are being led by Mike Perkins, their sophomore leading scorer, averaging some 16 points a game. He's right on average right now. He's got 8 points. 3 points for Cole Harms, 2 points for Elijah Malone, and Garrett Culler, and Tanner Walter has 3 points. He hit a three-pointer. And in fact, as a team, they're still shooting 67% from the field. They're 70% from inside the arc. They're 7 of 10, 1 of 4 outside the arc. Only hit 1 of those, but to put things in perspective, they made their first 6 shots. So they, in the first period, they were 7 of 9 overall, but that was with having made their first 6. So they were, so they were 6 for 6. Now they're 8 of 14. So what does that see? That means they're 2 of 8 since then. So they shot 25% since they started out really hot like that. Westview being led right now by Charlie Yoder, sophomore, with 12 points. He's hit 2 threes, a couple 2s, and a couple free throws. So he's got 2 of each, I guess, to round out the scoring for him. 4 points for Elijah Hales. That's on a regular bucket and 2 free throws. And then 2 points apiece for Dennis Wingard, Kenton Weaver, and Josh Hostetler for the Warriors. So 22 points at halftime. I'm showing Westview with 8 rebounds, 9 for Prairie Heights, and most of that difference came in the first half, where we only had 2 rebounds in the first half. That's partially because they were making everything they put up, but we were not. I mean, they were getting all of our missed shots then. So they had 7 rebounds. They out-rebounded us 7-2 in the first quarter, and then we out-rebounded them 6-2 in the second. But overall, they're still leading us by 1. 5 fouls called on Westview. Dennis Wingard with the only one with more than 1, and 7 whistled on the Panthers. Elijah Malone, the only one there with more than 1. The Panthers have been to the free throw line twice, and they made one of those 2. And Westview, Elijah Hales, and Charlie Yoder both shot 2 and both made both of them. So 4 for 4 for Westview. So like I said, Westview down by 6, 9-15 at the end of the first quarter, and then outscored the Panthers 13-3 in the second to take the 22-18 lead. Westview's only shooting 38% from the field, but we are putting up a lot more shots than Prairie Heights. And one of those big differences is the fact that the Panthers have 11 turnovers already in the game, Westview with 5. So Prairie Heights not getting nearly as many shots. They've taken 14, we've taken 21. Well,
pretty good first half for both teams. I missed your turnover thing, but
I don't know that the Panthers could have started off any hotter than what they did, hitting their first 6 shots. So, and then I think they missed a 3, and then they hit a 2, and then they missed a 2.
Yeah.
So that was the first quarter for them. So
we're fine.
So anyway, we'll take a short break here and come back with second half action in a little bit here at Prairie Heights High School. This is Westview Warrior Basketball on LaguanaMedia.com.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years. Home improvement supplies for your home, RV, or manufactured home don't have to cost an arm and a leg. Here's a secret the big box stores don't want you to know. Emma Warehouse has the products you need at below retail prices, including windows, doors, trim, furnaces, flooring, hardware, paint, and more. Emma Warehouse is located 6 miles west of LaGrange in downtown Emma. Call 260-593-2769 for more information.
And we're back at Prairie Heights High School. Both teams have emerged from their locker room as they get in their pre-second half warm-ups here. Good ball game, 22-18. Westview leading Prairie Heights at the end of 16 minutes of play. So in the second half, what do we look for?
Well, I would say, what seems to be working best for them is when they were playing us man-to-man, but they've been, and I haven't quite figured out when it is when they switch to a zone, but sometimes it's one of those deals where every time they score, they do a quick switch over, and play, switch their defense on a score or on a turnover or something. But there's been a couple times when they switched to a zone, but I think I think they were doing a better job of containing us actually when they were doing the man-to-man.
Well, each coach is just trying to find a combination that works against us. Of course, when you've only lost one ball game, your opponent has only lost one ball game the entire season. Everybody's going to try something to see what
nobody else has done.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe other teams have done it, but maybe you feel like you have quicker players or bigger players that it'll work out for. So I look for it to be much the same as far as Prairie Heights is concerned. They'll probably continue to switch their defenses and be aggressive. They're also trying to penetrate. And a lot of their shots, you mentioned, Dan Perkins' shots have all come pretty much right under the basket when somebody else drives it, and then they dish off as the defense comes over to help out.
Yeah, that's good ball playing if you do that, when you see the guy realize that you've been double teamed and you know that the other guy's standing over there on the other side, even if you can't see him, and get the ball to him. So
exactly. So both teams have returned to their benches now, and we're getting set for the second half here just in a few seconds. We'll remind you our schedule for next week will be over at Fremont on Tuesday evening in another Northeast Corner Conference battle. And then we'll finish the regular season next Friday by hosting the Concord Minutemen. And a good point here while we're talking about Concord, Prairie Heights lost to Concord in overtime in the first game of the year.
Yeah,
by a score of 64-60.
And that might not really mean a whole lot, only in that if both teams are in rebuilding mode.
Right.
I mean, teams in rebuilding modes can change tremendously during a season.
That's true. Josh Ostetler has the inbound pass from Kenton Weaver as Westview gets it first here in the second half. Kenton Weaver now right side. Bounce passes it down low. Hook shot by Josh won't fall. Loose, picked up by Charlie. He'll put it up, have it swatted away underneath. It looked like by Malone, and then regaining possession is Prairie Heights, and then Josh got it, and I thought he knocked it off one of the Prairie Heights players, and he did. Westview will have it back. They're at the other end of the court, so I didn't see everything that happened, but pass inside, shots up, no good by Hales off the glass from the left side. Pulling down the rebound was Cole Harms. He'll get it to Perkins, and Prairie Heights coming back our way now from our vantage point here on the stage at Prairie Heights Gymnasium. Perkins now with it. He has it left side. He'll go in the corner to Harms. Harms tries to make the move on Sharp. Westview with their original starting lineup back on the floor.
Stepped on the line.
Yep, another one right down here in front of us. Garrett Kohler came to the baseline, but he had his right foot out of bounds, so it'll be Kenton Weaver inbounding for the Warriors. Prairie Heights putting on some pressure, and blocking was Tanner Walter. It looked like he was playing football. And Walter picks up his first.
Yeah, that's his first. And it's the team's first for the half.
So Westview with the 4-point lead. 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Prairie Heights again applies the pressure, but we break it. Kenton Weaver brings it across the timeline. Bounce passes it left side to Hales. Hales works against Perkins, gives off to Kenton Weaver. Now right side will come to Josh, right back to Kenton between the circles out front.
Boy, they are really all over Elijah.
Now Charlie gets a feed from Elijah and takes it all the way to the hole. Good shot off the glass by Charlie from the left side. Charlie now with 14 points. Westview has built up a 6-point lead now, 24-18 over Prairie Heights. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Perkins picks up his dribble out front, goes right side with it to Kohler. Now down low, it'll go to Walter. He drives, puts it up, misses a shot, but Hales picks up the foul on the baseline.
Not very tall, but he was not scared going in there.
Actually, it was Josh Hostetler that picked up that foul. Yeah, he's not. Got down there in a hurry.
Josh Hostetler second, first on Westview for the half.
Walter at the free throw line. Puts it up off the back of the rim, no good.
He has a 3 so far to his name.
We're so close here, Dan, I almost feel like I have to whisper like a golf match, you know, when they're...
You're on the 7th grade.
Walter's second shot is good. 4 now for the senior, Tanner Walter. 24-19, Westview with the ball. Josh Hostetler, Kenton Weaver. He'll take it left side high on the wing and then dish it off to Sam Sharp. Back to Kenton Weaver, now to Hales. Hales drives the baseline, puts it up, scores. The basket will count, and he's fouled.
He had gotten knocked down earlier as guys were trying to go through underneath, and no foul called, and I think he decided he was going to score. Might have given him a little extra incentive. That foul was called on Perkins, his second on Prairie Heights for the half.
So Westview has built a 7-point lead now, a chance to make it 8 with a successful free throw here by Elijah Hales.
So last night it was in the third quarter that Prairie Heights really took off on Lakeland, but I wonder if they might not have been riding that high in the first half here.
That could be. Culler gets it to Malone. Malone double team, gets it to Perkins for 3, and it's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Hoover for Prairie Heights. He gets it in the corner to Culler. His shot's no good. Put back by Malone's no good. Hales with a rebound. Baseball pass down to Charlie Yoder, and a quick basket for Westview. 16 now for Charlie. Coming off a 21-point performance last night at Goshen. 10-point lead now for the Warriors. 5:24 to go in the third quarter. Bounce pass inside, stepped in and stolen there by Hales. He'll get it to Charlie again. He dishes it underneath the Weaver, and a quick shot off the glass.
Weaver never even came down with it. Caught it and put it right back up, all in the same motion.
Timeout called by Prairie Heights with 5:12 to go in the third quarter. Westview leads it 31-19. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in Topeka is your authorized Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer. Topeka Do-It-Best has been selling appliances and providing service to the Topeka area for over 40 years. See JJ for your appliance parts. If they're not in stock, no problem. Topeka Do-It-Best will have them the next business day. Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware provides in-store repairs, and they make house calls. If it's worth doing, do it best. Call 593-2973. Have you ever wanted to express how you feel about someone, but just can't find the words? A beautiful bouquet of fresh flowers is a great way to do it. At Dutch Blessing Floral, our team assembles custom floral arrangements every day. No matter the occasion, let us help you express yourself. Dutch Blessing Floral, your local floral experts for over 20 years.
Back to action now. Prairie Heights with the basketball as we come out of the timeout. Walter with it. He'll go right side in the corner. The shot's up, no good by Culler. Hales with a rebound again, and a bump and a foul is going to be called on Hoover.
He was trying to chuck it long again, and that's his 4th rebound. Hales is our leading rebounder right now.
31-19 is Westview is, what have we outscored them this quarter?
See, we had 9-1 so far this quarter.
Good run for the Warriors. About halfway through the third quarter. Charlie Yoder, sharp now in the corner to Josh Ostetler to Charlie Yoder, high on the wing right side. Drives it into the lane and gives off to Josh on the wing left side. Sharp to Weaver out front now. He's guarded by Hoover. Charlie with a 3 now from the left side, no good. Hoover
back, he went in underneath, or Walter went in underneath.
Hoover grabbed the rebound, but Walter had kind of undercut. And he'll get the foul.
So his second, team's 4th.
Dennis Wingard coming in for Josh Hostetler. Hales gets the inbound pass, gets it right back from Charlie Yoder. Ball knocked away. Kenton Weaver will take it all the way to the hole, puts it up and good. 6 now for Kenton. 33-19 Westview. 3:58 to go in the third quarter. Driving, putting it up off the glass is good by Culler from the left side. Now Weaver quickly up court to Dennis Wingard. Out front to Weaver, left side to Hales. Bounce pass down low to Sam Sharp. Right back to Hales. Fakes the 3, drives the baseline, and gives off to Sharp. Good ball movement by Westview. Now Kenton takes faked, and then he took off toward the basket, and they called him for traveling. Once again, Coach Yoder not very happy with the call. Warriors up by 12. And that's definitely our biggest lead.
Yeah, it is. It's, yeah. You just keep pushing it out there.
Malone gets it out front now to come to Culler. Culler is fouled by Sharp as he tried to come in on the double team with Kenton Weaver.
Picks up his first. It'll be the second on Westview for the half.
Inbounding will be Tanner Walter. About the midcourt stripe, a little bit toward the Prairie Heights basket. Now the ball is Culler out front. He'll give it to Hoover. They'll swing it around left side, or it'll go to Walter. Not a Hoover. 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Westview by 12, 33-21. Driving the baseline is Walter. He'll give it off to Perkins, who is cutting in, and Perkins now with 10 points.
Once again, finding that open man as Perkins cutting into that open spot.
He's had a lot of high percentage shots tonight. Wingert, Weaver, left side now in the corner. It'll come to Hales. His shot from there is in and out, no good. Rebounds pulled down by Tanner Walter of Prairie Heights. Outlet pass comes to Perkins. Now Hoover will control it right wing. Stops at the free throw line. He'll give off to Culler. Culler bounce passes it to Perkins. Now to Malone. And to Walter high on the left wing. Bounce pass comes to Culler. Culler drives. He'll put up the jump shot from the free throw line and hits. He has 6. 8-point lead for the Warriors now. They have the basketball. Driving and knocked away from Hales. Still loose on the floor. Picked up by Kenton Weaver. He'll get it to Charlie Yoder in the lane. Charlie. He's triple teamed, and we have a whistle and a traveling violation called on Charlie.
Wow. I think we lost that ball 4 times.
Yeah,
got it back.
Getting it back.
Ended up traveling with it. Josh Hostetler checks back in, comes in for Kenton Weaver.
So Prairie Heights comes up, chance to cut the Warriors' lead. Charlie knocks it away, but it's right into the hands of Hoover. Hoover pulls up, gives it off to Walter. Walter out front, it'll come to Perkins, and he travels.
It's the same call.
Yeah, it was.
Prairie Heights fans didn't like it any better than we did when it was called on us.
Yeah, they're calling those real quick tonight. A lot of traveling violations.
Colton Taylor coming back in for Prairie Heights, as is Harms.
Yeah, if you think back through this game, I think Charlie's had 3 travels, and Harms and Malone have both been whistled. Perkins has been whistled at least once or twice. I think twice, maybe more. Hales left side, bounce pass down low. It'll come to Charlie. Charlie has it knocked away, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westview. Prairie Heights will inbound underneath the Westview basket. Hoover bounce passes it into Perkins with 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Perkins gets it out front to Walter, or rather Taylor, who's checked in. Now to Hoover out front. Hoover tries to get it inside to Harms, knocked away and grabbed by Dennis Wingard. Inside a minute now to go in the quarter. Hales with it. Walks it across the timeline. The Warriors will probably just take the air out of the ball until the quarter ends here. Wingard, and he's reached in on and fouled by Cole Harms.
His second 5 on Prairie Heights. So we did have a 14-point lead at about halfway through this quarter, 33-19, but they've scored 6 unanswered points, Prairie Heights has. Get it back down within 8.
Hales gets the inbound pass with 40 seconds to go. He'll work it out front. Goes right side to Josh. We're not interested in taking a quick shot here. Josh drives the baseline. Now he will put it up and puts it in off the glass. I guess if they'll give it to us, we'll take it. 35-25, back up to a 10-point lead now for Westview. Perkins with it out front with Hales on him. He'll give it to Taylor. Taylor out front, left side. He'll take it between the circles now and give off to Kohler. Kohler will put up a three, and it's off the mark. No good. Charlie Weaver battled for the rebound. The horn sounds to end the third quarter of play. So after three, Westview leads it by 10. It's Westview 35, Prairie Heights 25. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
Fever, sore throat, body aches. Yes, the flu season is here, so how do you protect yourself? Well, talk to the friendly pharmacists at Topeka Pharmacy about getting a flu shot. They're free with most insurance plans. No insurance? Pay $32 for the regular dose or $60 for the senior dose, and you'll receive a $5 gift card for your next visit. No appointment needed and no prescription needed for those 11 years and older. Many other immunizations are available. Call 260-593-2252 or stop by Topeka Pharmacy in downtown Topeka.
There's a place in the heart of Shipshewana, Indiana that's full of simple beauty, simple craftsmanship, simple tastes, and simple hospitality. So when you're simply looking for a place to relax and enjoy, remember the place in Shipshewana, Indiana that's simply for good times. For more information, visit us online at BlueGateRestaurant.com.
Prairie Heights inbounding to begin the fourth quarter. It's Hoover getting it into Perkins. He'll bounce pass it to Kohler now, high on the right wing. Tries to drive on Dennis Wingard, can't do it. Bounce passes it to Perkins. Now out front it'll come to Walter. Walter drives it into the lane, dishes down to Perkins, and Perkins is fouled underneath, and it's going to be against Charlie Yoder.
That'll be his second, team's third for the half, and that'll put Perkins at the line to shoot a couple. He has not been to the line yet tonight. Prairie Heights 2 of 4 overall from the stripe this evening.
Perkins' first shot in the air, and it's good. 11 now for Perkins, 35-26. Prairie Heights is down by 9. Second shot in the air, bounces around, no good. Rebound, Josh Hostetler. Outlet pass comes to Hales. Elijah crosses the timeline. He's guarded out there by Hoover. He'll give it to Kenton Weaver. Weaver out front between the circles, gives it to Charlie. He's way out front on the right side. Looks like we're going to go four corner here. Get the 100% shot if we can. Dennis Wingard now. He'll pull it back out front now to Kenton Weaver. Kenton tries to drive around Kohler. Kohler knocks it away and steals it. Breakaway layup, and he'll put it up and in. He has 8. And it's a 35-28 lead now for Westview. Hales brings it all the way down, takes it down the lane, pops a little 10-foot jumper and hits. 9 now for Elijah. Out front is Perkins. He'll give it to Walter. High on the left side. Walter takes it all the way down to the baseline and stops up there and then gives off to Hoover. Out front it'll come to Perkins. He'll drive it toward the hole. Can't find an opening. Gives off to Harms and now into the hands of Kohler. Kohler bounce pass to Perkins on a give and go, and it's good. 13 now for Perkins. It is a 7-point ball game. Hales with it. Goes to Josh Hostetler high on the right wing. Out front between the circles to Weaver, now left side to Wingard. Dennis pulls it out to on the pass over to Hales. Hales down the baseline, puts it up and scores on the running jumper.
11 for Elijah now.
Walter with it underneath the Harms, and we have an offensive foul. It's going to be called on Harms. Good call. He lowered that shoulder and got the offensive foul called on him.
That would be his third. Be 6 on Prairie Heights for the half. And Prairie Heights is going to go big again. Got both Harms and Malone in there.
Kenton Weaver inbounding to Hales. In fact, is it?
Harms.
Now what? Another foul on Harms.
Just realized that Charlie was wide open out there, and he just ran through Dennis Winger to get there.
Plowed him over.
So that's his fourth, and that'll put Dennis at the line to shoot one in the bonus. Don't want to jinx him, but we are 5 of 5 so far from the stripe tonight.
Logan not coming in for Prairie Heights. His Harms will come out.
He's not coming in. Had me confused there for a second. His last name is not.
N-O-T-T. Shot by Winger off the back of the iron. And we have a quick foul. Oh, that's going to go against Westview on a push.
Dennis came flying in there. He realized he'd missed it. And then he got called for the foul. That's his third. 4 on Westview for the half.
Perkins brings it up. He'll go right side with it to Kohler. Now in the corner, it'll come to Walter. Walter on the dribble. Bounce passes it inside to Malone. Malone will shoot it outside, and it's intercepted. Good anticipation by Weaver, and he'll take it all the way down and put it in. Kenton Weaver with 8 now for the Warriors. Good hustle. 41-30. Driving and putting it up, having it blocked away was Tanner Walter, and the Warriors will come back with it. Charlie Yoder gets it to Hales. Left side.
We're going to be willing to run a little clock with 5 minutes left to go in the game here.
Prairie Heights in their man-to-man. Hales drives it, gives out to Dennis Wingard left side, and then they'll pull it out front to Weaver. Yeah, we've gone 4 corner again. Charlie Yoder with it now. He'll take it to the free throw line. He'll take it all the way in. If they're going to give it to him, he'll take it.
Push that lead back out to 13 for Westview, 43-30.
18 actually, 18 points for Charlie. Yeah, underneath is Harms, or rather Malone, and he's tied up, and now we're going to have a foul called.
I think that's going to be on Charlie.
Yeah, it was.
Sam comes in for Dennis. That's 5 on Westview for the half.
3 on Charlie. Perkins inbounding. And he throws it away as it was intended for Kohler, and Kohler broke one way and then cut the other. And
caught him by surprise, went off his fingers and out.
Full timeout called by Prairie Heights. 4:21 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is capable of performing a wide variety of common home maintenance and remodeling services. We can help you with everything from garbage disposal installation to fixing a leaky faucet. We work in the kitchen, the bathroom, the attic, the garage, and anywhere else that might need attention. With help from Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, you know that you'll be receiving quality work from a fully trained, licensed, and insured professional. Call us today at 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com. When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
Kenton Weaver inbounded, got it into Elijah Hales. Hales drives on Perkins. He'll put it up and score.
They're just 3 in a row or so that we've taken down the middle and shot from right in front of the basket.
Yeah, they're opening up that lane. Looks like the Red Sea. With the ball is Kohler. He drives. Bounce passes it inside to Perkins. He'll try to put it up, and it's knocked away, but we'll have 2 shots.
I think it was going to be called on Kenton Weaver, and they might argue that he was going up for the shot. Yep. So that's Kenton's first, 6 on Westview for the half, but he will be shooting, saying he's in the active shooting.
Perkins' shot is short. He'll get one more, trying to get off that 13-point.
So I'm pretty sure he'll make this. This is the fourth time they've been at the stripe, and they've all been 2-shot fouls, and they've all made 1 out of 2.
Oh, that's their strategy, maybe.
And he does.
45-31. Westview with the lead and the basketball. They're inbounding underneath the Prairie Heights basket. Perkins puts a little token pressure in the backcourt. Hales breaks it easily and gives it off to Kenton Weaver. Weaver, once again, will spread it out. He'll get it to Yoder. Charlie drives, puts it up, misses the shot, but he's fouled.
Don't think he realized Perkins was coming around the backside of him trying to pick his pocket. But since he kept going at the basket, it was not a problem.
It worked out, and I think that was on.
Yeah, they haven't put it up there.
I think he looked like he was holding up 5 fingers. Charlie hits his free throw. 19 now for Charlie. And now 20.
He's got that 20 you were forecasting a little bit ago.
Yeah. Perkins trots it up across the timeline for Prairie Heights. With the ball now is Kohler. He'll take the shot from the baseline, left side, misses, and it's picked up by Sharp, but stolen away by Perkins, and he'll put it up and good. Perkins right at his average now, 16 points. Ball loose on the floor, and we have a held ball. And it's going to be Prairie Heights ball on the alternating possession.
Actually, I think it's Westview.
Yeah, they are giving it to Westview, so it'll be Kenton Weaver inbounding right at half court. He'll get it into Charlie Yoder. Charlie to Hales. Hales drives it and then pulls it out, gives it to Josh Hostetler, right back to Hales. Once again, the Warriors are going 4-corner. Charlie Yoder now with it out front. He drives once again down that lane and he puts it in.
Those are some pretty high percentage shots when you're shooting from there.
They sure are. 49-33 now is our score. Westview by 16. Bounce pass inside to Hoover. Can't find any room there. Picks up his dribble. Bounce passes it to Perkins. Perkins is double teamed. Right back to Hoover in the lane. He'll put the shot up and can't get it to go. Kenton Weaver with a rebound for Westview. 2 minutes and 15 seconds now to go in the ball game. Westview with a nice comfortable 49-33 lead. Charlie down the lane again. This time he gives out to Josh to Sam. Good work. Sharp puts it in, his first 2 tonight.
Either one of the first 2 guys could have taken the shot. Passed it off.
That's right. Unselfish.
Better shot.
Kohler drives it, puts it up, kind of forced it up, and Hales grabs a rebound on the miss. Charlie Yoder quickly up to Josh, breaking down the court, and he lays it in. Didn't know whether that was going to drop, but it did make it in. Nice soft touch. And now we have another timeout is called. Not sure if it's going to be a 30 or a 60 or we'll see.
Well, if they called it, I think it's a 30.
Has
That's
to
all
be a
they have
30.
left.
Yeah. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Do you fret about potential health hazards in your home? Is something eating away at your walls? Stop fretting and do something about it by calling Gold Key Home Inspections. We are a full-service company trained to identify wood-destroying insects, perform mold testing, evaluate the home for radon gas, and do more detailed inspections such as sewer line and thermal imaging. Don't lay awake at night wondering. Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment and leave the worrying to us.
Minute and 40 shows on the clock here in the Prairie Heights Gymnasium. Westview by 20, 53-33 over Prairie Heights. As we resume action after the timeout. Brandon Chrislieb is checked into the ball game.
I think he's put all JV players in.
It does look that way. They look real familiar from that double overtime in the JV game. Chrislieb drives, and he's fouled by Drew Litweiler, who's into
also
the ball game.
I just realized. Like,
I didn't notice till he blocked that shot.
And that'll be his first 7th on them, and that'll put how's that pronounced? Erstlieb?
Chrisley.
Chrisley.
C-H-R-I-S-T.
Can't read my writing here. Well, he's going to keep the pattern. Oh, and Blake Egley checks in for Westview as well.
Did he make that free throw?
He made this one, that one, so he really should miss this one to keep the pattern going. We'll see if he sticks with the pattern or not.
Yep. He missed. Hales pulls down the rebound. Crosses the timeline. He's double teamed out front. Ball goes off his heel. Good hustle by Penick, Cameron Penick. Yeah, it'll be Westview basketball on the alternating possession. Or the travel, maybe?
No, it was alternating possession. We got the last one.
Oh,
so.
Prairie Heights has it. Penick goes right side with it to Chrisley. Now back to Penick out front. To Parr. Parr, turnaround jumper is good. He's pretty happy. That might be his first points of the year as a varsity player.
Well, I don't know.
He's a sophomore.
He is, but I think we'd looked and all those guys had played in at least 13 games.
That's
so,
true.
I mean, maybe not a lot, but he's been getting in. So foul called on Penick.
Charlie Yoder will go to the free throw line. That is Parr. That was Parr's first varsity points, it looks like.
Okay.
Charlie hit his free throw?
No, he did not. We've missed our last two now. We've made our first 6 or so.
Batchelor, and now Logan Parr misses that shot. Charlie Yoder with the basketball. Double team. Maintains possession after being knocked away. Drew Litweiler as well as Blake Egley in the ball game for Westview. Blake with the basketball. 15 seconds to go in the game. Now Elijah Hales, right side. He'll give it back out front to Blake. I doubt if we'll be taking any more shots here.
Pretty sure we're not going to have an overtime.
Not in this game. 53-36. The Westview Warriors have won their 21st game of the year as they defeat the Prairie Heights Panthers here tonight. Dan will be back to wrap it up with the scoring and stats right after this 2-minute timeout.
What makes this place a special community? That's just short, sweet, but it's community. We've got parents that are supportive of schools, they're supportive of their kids, they're supportive of the teachers, and that makes this place really special. I'm not sure that 100% of everybody is going to always agree on that's what's best for kids. But you do what you believe is best for kids. And you do that every day. And you don't have to worry about what are the powers to be going to say, or what's going to happen, or are we going to have a population revolt or something. No. And our results bear it out. I mean, we're right there. We're turning out students that are accomplishing all kinds of stuff. You know, we've never had a low expectation for students here. Winning is a goal. Nobody says, my goal is to finish last. We have good programs in drama. We have great programs in music. We have great programs in being servants for the community. Test-wise, man, we're right on top. We're right on top. In the area, in the state, we're way up there. Whether they go from here into the workforce, whether they go from here into business, whether they go from here to college and graduate school and med school, don't figure we're done. We're not done. We got to go be the best, and that still doesn't end because you can still be a little better. We're on to what matters more, and that's, where do our kids finish? Where do they finish in life? I don't care about the ball game. Where are they finishing life? And I think we're doing a pretty darn good job.
Back at Prairie Heights High School as Westview picked up their 21st win of the 2017-18 season. 2 games left regular season, then going into sectional action. So victory tonight over NECC foe and county rival Prairie Heights. Final score 53-36. Let's take a look at individual scoring first for the host team. The Prairie Heights Panthers, led by sophomore Mike Perkins, with 16 points tonight. I think that's right at his average. 8 points for Garrett Culler, 4 points for Tanner Walter, 3 points for Cole Harms, and then 2 each for Elijah Malone, and Logan Parr came in off the bench there right at the last and scored a bucket, and 1 point for Brandon Christlieb, also came in off the bench, and he had played in the junior varsity contest earlier in the evening. To round out the scoring for the Panthers, Westview led tonight by 22 from Charlie Yoder, and he sort of had those spread out throughout. He only had 3 in the first quarter, added 9 in the second, 4 in the third, and 6 more in the fourth quarter. So 22 points for Charlie, and I think that might be one of his higher outputs here late in the season. He had some really high scoring games right at the beginning of the season. 13 points tonight for Elijah Hales, 8 points for Kenton Weaver, 2 points each for Dennis Wingard and for Sam Sharp. And Josh Hostetler had 6. I missed him there. And we had talked about in the game earlier that Prairie Heights made their first 6 shots from the field. All 5 of the starters had scored once each, and then actually Perkins scored a second time before they ever missed any shots. So they made their first 6, which sounds pretty good. But at the other end of the game, we made our last 8.
Right.
So the fourth quarter, we were 8 for 8 from the field, and that really helped push our percentages up. We finished the night shooting 54% overall from the field, 63% inside the arc, only 2 of 9, 22% from outside that arc. So not so great from long range tonight, but overall still shooting over 50% from the field. I think most times coach is going to be okay with that. 14 of 25 from inside the arc for the Panthers, which is 56%. So that's pretty good. It's 17% from outside the arc, 1 of 6. So they were 15 of 31 overall, just a tick under 50% from the field. So they didn't shoot that much worse than we did. Probably one of the big stats that made a big difference was the number of turnovers. They had 18 turnovers compared to 10 for Westview. Looking at rebounds, I show us with a 21-14 rebounding advantage, and that's with us getting out-rebounded 7-2 in the first stanza. So if you take that off, I show them only pulling down 7 boards after the first period.
Wow.
And on the flip side, we pulled down 19. So it took us a little while to figure out how to rebound, I think. 12 fouls were whistled on Westview tonight, 16 on the Panthers. The Westview was 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. We made our first 7 and then missed our last 2. But then the 2 we missed were both the front ends of 1-and-1s. So that wasn't so great. Prairie Heights finished the night right at 50%. They made 5 of 10 from the free throw line. In fact, every time they went, it was a 2-shot foul, and every time they made one and missed one. Sometimes it was the first one, sometimes it was the second one, but they always made 1 of 2.
Well, you had alluded to what their, I've lost my train of thought. Shoot. Anyway.
Talked about turnovers, talked about...
Oh, their percentage of shooting was about the same as ours, or maybe even a little better, but a lot of their shots were taken like right under the basket. They weren't shooting a lot of threes tonight, so...
Yeah, they tried 6 threes. They made 1. We took 9 threes and only made 2. So there wasn't a lot of scoring done from long range.
Right.
But yeah, and to start the game though, I mean one of those first 6 shots they made was their lone 3 of the night, and that was Tanner Walter had hit that. But I thought that was a really cool way for a team to start off with every single one of the starters hitting a bucket.
Yeah, that was
before anybody else scored.
Right.
And then yeah. They had a great start tonight, but I still think I wonder if they're riding on a bit of a high from last night, knocking off Lakeland, who's having a great season this year.
Right.
And thought, well, you know what? I mean, and especially when you start in, and they were up by 7 at the 4:50 mark in the first period, 9-2.
Yeah. Yep, I remember that.
And then again at just a little bit later, they were still up. Actually, they went up more than that. They were up 13-4. With just a little over 2 minutes to go. That's right. So they were up by 9, almost double digits in the first period. Then at the 2:17 mark, we hit a 3 and then another bucket. But we were still down 6 going into the second stanza.
Yep.
But then that's when we sort of turned things around. We outscored them by 10, 13-3 in the second period, and 6 in the third period, and another 4 in the fourth period.
So another victory for the Warriors, 21 this year. Just that one defeat over at Fairfield. So we'll go into Fremont with a 21-1 record. Prairie Heights falls to 7-13. Prairie Heights record in the NECC falls to 4-6, while we go to 9-1 now. So we'll see who. I'm not sure who Fairfield played or tonight, or if they played.
Yeah, I think my guess is they probably still have one game next week, but I'm not sure who.
You know what? I don't think they played tonight because their girls were involved in the semi-state.
Oh, yes, they were.
Yeah, so
as were Central Noble's girls.
Yeah, that was kind of neat.
Two teams from the NECC, the Fairfield Falcons in the semi-state for 3A, and the Central Noble Cougars, Lady Cougars, there for 2A.
A lot of talent on those girls' teams. Well, we're glad you could join us tonight. Sorry we couldn't bring you video, but we'll be back at it on Tuesday night over at Fremont. Once again, the final score tonight, Westview 53, Prairie Heights 36. So for our IT expert and engineer tonight, Justin Geigley, and color commentator Dan Byler, this is Jerry Hostetler. Good night, everyone.
Today's streaming broadcast of Westview Warrior Basketball at LaGuanaMedia.com has been made possible by the following gold sponsors: Tiffany's Restaurant and LaGuana. Silver sponsors are Riegsecker Marketplace, Fruit May Funeral Home, Height Auto Body, Shipshe Service, Topeka Do It Best Hardware, Topeka Pharmacy, Big C Lumber, Weaver Furniture, Jerry's Standard, Yoder Popcorn, The Brethren Retreat, The Hometown Treasure, Yoder Insurance, Quality Floor, Fast Lane Subway, Frontline Auto Tech, Yoder's Shipshewana Hardware, Troyer's Saddlery, and Emma Warehouse. Our individual sponsors are Tim and Donna Height, Jim and Liz Stump, Dan and Dawn Byler, John and Leslie Cook, and Roger and Esther Wenger. Check the schedule on our website for our next streamcast of Westview Warrior Basketball at LaGuanaMedia.com.